Hi everyone, welcome to your geography lesson today. Now we're going to focus still on our weather patterns, but today we're going to be comparing weather in countries near the North and South Poles. Now remember when we talked about the equator, and the equator goes around the middle. I think I still have my ball here, hold on. So we have our, our equator that goes around the middle, and then we have our North Pole at the top and our South Pole at the bottom. Unfortunately, I haven't got a globe to show you that properly, but we're going to be having a look at that and comparing it to the weather in the United Kingdom, in the UK. All right then, so let's crack on with our work today. So today we're going to have a look at a city, I want to move my camera over there, called Tromsø. Okay, Tromsø, sorry, not Tromsø, Tromsø. And it's in Norway, all right. Now, Tromsø is near, can you see here, the North Pole. So it's not near the South Pole. It's not near the equator that goes around the middle. It's near the North Pole. Now, thinking about this and thinking about what you know of the North Pole so far, how might its weather be different to weather in the United Kingdom? Pause the video here and have a chat with the person in the room. What did you decide? Did you decide it would be very similar to the UK, or did you decide it would be very different? Shall we see if your predictions are correct? Okay, so Tromsø is near the North Pole, and the weather in places in the North Pole is colder than in the United Kingdom. So remember, around the equator, which is the middle of the Earth, it's very, very hot there and very dry. However, the weather at the top in the North Pole and in the South Pole is much colder. And there's some different things that happen there as well. I'm just going to move my camera now over to here. Okay, Tromsø in winter. So what can you see here? What do you notice that's different to the United Kingdom? And what do you notice that's similar? Pause the video. Have a talk to the person in the room. Okay, what did you notice? There is definitely a lot of snow, a lot of snow. Now, I notice as well, there are places in the United Kingdom where there are lots of mountains. However, here, there seems to be a small town, perhaps here, which is Tromsø, but that's all there is. There's not a lot of other things that I can see. There's not a lot of cities over here or towns over here, just mountains and a lot of snow. I can spot some boats down there. That's interesting. Do the houses look similar to the UK or different? That's something we're going to investigate a little bit further. Okay. Now, what can you see here? How is it different? How is it similar? Pause the video. Talk to the person in the room. Okay, what did you notice there? So here we've got a bit of a closer view at the houses, haven't we? And we've got this here. I wonder what this is. I think it possibly could be a church. Yes, because there's the cross I can see. It's a very grand church. Now, can you see again all the mountains that are going up here? The houses seem quite small, don't they? There doesn't seem a lot of houses here, of what I'm noticing. Have you seen that too? And there's a lot of water. Now, there's parts of England, remember, on the coastline. So Tromsø is also on the coastline. It's not an inland city. It's on the coastline. So that's similar to the UK, isn't it? We've got, what else can we see? We've got trees, which are similar to the UK as well. Let's have a look at another picture. Oh, look at this here. Isn't that sunset beautiful? You know I love sunsets, year one. Okay, so here we've got a port. All right, so in the port you can see these lovely big boats that bring in food and things like that for the area. We've also got, do we have ports in England? Yes, we do. We do have ports in England. That's right. Again, we've got mountains. Okay, we've got lots of mountains, a vast amount of water as well, haven't we? So we've got a port that's similar. Mountains we have a similar, but there's still a lot of snow. Now, we do get snow in winter, but not all the time. I feel like here there might be snow all the time. Have a look at my next picture. Look at this here. So look at the houses. Are the houses similar to the UK or are they different? Do you notice they're up on stilts? Why would they be up on stilts? What would be the reason for them being up on stilts? Yes, it could be because of the snow. So when the snow falls, and if you look here, look how deep the snow becomes. A snowplow has had to go through there to push all the snow to the side. And can you see? This is how deep it is. There's the cars, and it's higher than some of the cars. So it clearly snows a lot in Tromsø. Okay, Tromsø, not Tromsø. Now, the reason why the houses are up on stilts here, can you see? You can see all underneath the houses. You can't see underneath the houses in England, can you? Is because of the snowfall. Because as the snow falls, the more snow that falls, if the houses were not up on stilts, they would get blocked into their house with the snow, wouldn't they? So they put them up on stilts like this to make sure that they have room in case the snow blocks them in. Okay. Now then, let me just move my video to about here. Excellent. So during part of the winter, the sun never rises in Tromsø. Okay, it's dark all day and all night for 6 weeks. So think about your summer holiday, that's 6 weeks long. For the whole time of your summer holiday, it would be dark. Didn't get light at all. It's always dark. Could you imagine that? I'm not sure if I'd like that. Would you? Ooh. So there, if you notice here, their seasons are a little bit different to our seasons. So we have winter in December, January, February, and then we have spring in March, April, May. We have summer in June, July, August, and we have autumn in September, October, and November. But theirs are a little bit different. We have, if we start here, we've got winter in November, December, January. February, March, and April are spring. May, June, and July are their summer. And August, September, October is their autumn. Now, it's very cold in Tromsø. It rains or snows all year round. We said there was a lot of snow, didn't we? The ground is covered in snow or ice for most of the year. Oh, how would you feel about that? I think I would like it at first, and then I think I'd get a little bit fed up because I'd like to see some grass and some flowers and some bright colours instead of always snow and ice. The ground is frozen for most of the year, so few trees or other plants grow, especially in the mountains. We said, didn't we, that the mountains were really snowy? In the winter, it's very cold. It snows and rains all year round. And in the winter as well, the sun never rises. It's dark for 6 whole weeks. And the ground is frozen for most of the year. So very few trees and plants grow. How are you thinking about Tromus now? Would you like to live there? Yeah, I'm not sure either. Let's move on then. This is it in the summer. Now it looks different, doesn't it? It looks a bit brighter. I can see green. So maybe the snow has disappeared a little bit here. What about now? What can you see? How is it different or similar? Pause the video here. Have a chat to the person in the room. Okay, what do you notice here? It's a lot busier now, isn't it? I can see a lot more houses. Maybe it was just the angle that the pictures were at before, but I can see a lot more houses, a lot more factories perhaps. I can see the port as well, and this is the port here, and the port has lots of boats in there. These are the same boats though that were there before, so they must come in all the time. Now what I can see is there's water here and there's water over there. Can you see that? So that it is all on the coast. So Tromsø is all on the coast. What else did you notice in this picture? Yes, I can see a lot of green as well. I can see the green trees and parks here. That's quite nice. There's not loads of green though. A bit more out to the back there. What about this picture here? What can you see? How is it different? Pause the video, have a chat to the person in the room. Okay, see now we've still got all these mountains and the snow on them. Can you see? Look up here, there's snow upon these mountains. So even though it's summer, there's still snow there. And that's what it said, didn't it? It snows or rains all year round. And the reason why when it's green and lush, that's when it's raining. And that's giving those plants and the grass lots of water. Okay, let's have a look as well here. Oh, we've got houses that are on the edge of the water along here. Houses that are inside the trees there. They're not very close together, are they? They're quite spaced out. Yeah, they are quite spaced out. Similar to the UK, or is that different? It could be a bit different to where we live, but it's similar to where they are in the seaside. Now then, it's warmer in summer, but the snow and ice in the highest mountains never thaws. We saw that, didn't we? It was still on top of the mountain. It doesn't thaw because it doesn't get warm enough for the snow to melt away. There are clear skies occasionally, but it's usually very cloudy and overcast all year round. Now, do you remember what overcast means? It means there's cloud in the sky, so the sun doesn't always come through. And in the summer, the sun never sets. It's light and day all night. Oh my goodness. So in the winter, when we said there's no sunlight, in the summer, May, June and July, it's light all the time. So if the sun never goes to bed, how would you know when it's your bedtime? Because it would still be sunny outside. Oh, how would you feel about having the weather like that? I'm not sure if I would like it to be sunny all the time. Just like I don't think I'd like it to be dark all the time. I like our weather in the UK. Do you? Okay. Now, could you imagine, let me move myself up there, what it'd be like to live in Tromsø? What would it like be going to school in the winter? Think of all the fun winter activities though that we could do there. Now, what activities do you think the Norwegians living in Tromsø might do? So what snowy kind of activities might they do? Pause the video here. Have a chat with the person in the room. What do you think of? Oh, yeah, good ideas. Let's see if they're on there. So in Tromsø, you can do reindeer feeding. Did you think of that one? I didn't either. You can do husky sledding and you can go whale watching. Now, they're very different activities than what we do in the UK. We might feed reindeer, but they would be if we're going to see Father Christmas. We don't go husky sledding, and we definitely don't watch whales because there's not whales around where we are. We are inland. Even if we went to the coast, we still wouldn't see whales. So that's very exciting. Would you like to do those things? Let's have a look at some other things. They also snowshoe hiking. Well, because there's loads of snow there, they have to learn to move around in the snow all the time. So they have these special shoes. They look a little bit like a tennis racket, but they're shoes that you fit on to the bottom of your shoe. So you still wear your snow boots, but they have got like a grid inside them, and it helps you then to stand on the snow as you're walking along without you sinking too far into the snow. Okay, so they often do snowshoe hiking. I think I'd like to have a go at that. Would you? And they do snowmobile racing. Oh, now that would be fun.